Hey guys, Cameron Snow here from Internet Marketing Insights, and in today's video I'm going to be going over 6 steps that will help you boost your income and ultimately put more money in your pocket. Now if you're looking for more content from Internet Marketing Insights, be sure to check the links in the description below, and I'm excited to get into this with you. Without further ado, let's check it out. Setting a massively essential goal is the first and most important habit you should develop. For everyone who wants to emphasize goal planning and, more importantly, goal achievement, setting a massively essential goal is obviously the first thing that you need to focus on. I recommend that most people set 1 to 2 incredibly significant goals, and the fewer the better in this case. If you want to look into the intricacies of goal setting, I recommend reading the book titled The 4 Disciplines of Execution, as this book is quite helpful to anyone who has the desire to become a better action taker. When you focus on a wildly important goal, it allows you to manifest yourself in a properly motivated direction. If you want to make more money, you always have to have more of these tangible goals to reach after. A strong example of a wildly important goal would be to increase your quantity of active clients from 10 to 20 by the end of the year. It is also important to note that your wildly important goals should follow a specific format. These goals should be as narrowed and niche specific as possible, and you should prioritize the goals by making them time sensitive to you and your personal agenda. Now, within that crucially important goal that you've set by now, you also want to make use of lag and lead measures. An example of a lag measure is something like a customer satisfaction rating of 9 out of 10 or greater. Lag measures can help you track the success of your essential goal. Aspects of this would be attributes such as revenue, profits, customer satisfaction, and more. The problem with lag measures is that by the time you see them, the things you did to try to achieve these goals have long passed, leaving you with nothing to do. And this takes me to the subject of lead measures, which is quite crucial. You'll want to track the activities that enable you to hit these lag measures. And these are things that you can change and implement on a daily basis. Now, when all is said and done, lead measures are trackable things that you can actually change. And when you influence those things, you are able to drive more and more revenue. So, you might be wondering how all of this really connects to producing more money. Well, if you set 1 to 2 extremely clear and detailed critical goals for the year, your business and productivity will definitely improve, resulting in more income and better business overall. The second habit you should practice every day is to try to develop high-income skills. Some of the most high-income skills happen to be congruent with doing things like buying and selling items, doing a lot of video production and photography, tutoring, consulting, and modeling, all of which pay well per hour. If you want to make more money, you must realize that you must have some form of high-paying skill. And high-paying abilities usually imply more specialized skills. The first reason why you'd want to have these abilities is because they'll help you earn more money per hour. An example of a skill like this could be web design, as we know that it will pay more than babysitting. It's not that web design is necessarily more difficult than babysitting, it's just that fewer people are capable of doing it well. Because a plumber has more specialized training than a barista, he or she will earn more per hour. If you want to get a 6-figure income, you need to be doing things that other people can't, because otherwise someone will always do the work for less. And the second reason you should always aim to improve your high-earning abilities is because it leads and connects to greater opportunities. And the more high-income skills you have, the more likely you are to see money-making opportunities. It's difficult to turn a collection of low-paying skills into a profitable enterprise. However, if you have a number of high-paying abilities, you can combine and leverage them to increase your earnings. So make sure that you don't sleep on the high-income skills. The second daily habit that you guys should develop is one that few people discuss, which is analyzing the social media profiles of people you aspire to be like. Now, I assume that many of you who are watching this are trying to prosper in the world of internet marketing or online business building. So my advice is to discover people who are successful in whatever field you wish to pursue and follow their social media profiles. Instagram is fantastic because you can view creators' stories, which are essentially behind-the-scenes glimpses into their lives and daily activities. I know that I have learned a lot from watching Instagram stories of the individuals that I follow, and there's a lot of useful knowledge and insight provided on this platform on a regular, recurring basis. This makes forming creative connections and learning from those who are doing it well and developing the way you want to grow a lot easier and more efficient. Another social platform that I really encourage people to explore is YouTube. I mean, you're already viewing this YouTube video, so I suppose it's something you do often. But YouTube is unique in that it allows you to interact with niche-targeted people who are often in the same boat as you in life and share your interests, aspirations, or ambitions. Now, the next daily habit I'd like you to try is getting up earlier. Try getting up earlier in the morning if you want to generate more money, honestly. After waking up at 5, 6, and occasionally 7 in the morning, I witnessed a significant boost in my earnings. Many people are unaware of the significant benefits that come with getting up early, which they typically overlook for extended periods of their lives. One of the biggest benefits of getting up early is that you have more time to be productive, and I'm telling you, it's so much easier to get things done when you don't have any interruptions. When you're up at 5 or 6 in the morning and no one else is up, you'll often find yourself with no distractions. No one will be messaging you, no one is on Instagram, and no one is actively emailing you. So this is a fantastic method to block off some time and get some work done. The second advantage of getting up early is that it helps you develop momentum by allowing you to start your day strong by completing all of the most difficult tasks right away. And because you've completed your most important chores, the rest of the day honestly feels much lighter and easier to enjoy. Now, if you do this over and over again, you start to form a really great habit that can increase your overall character and work ethic exponentially. When you start gaining momentum with this, you and your stature becomes more and more disciplined and inclined to put hard work into every single thing you do. Now, the third and final perk associated with taking action early in the day comes down to individual discipline and growth. You should try to look at this from the standpoint that how you do one thing is how you do everything. And if you can push yourself to get up early in the morning when it is the toughest to get out of bed and when you absolutely don't want to, that is the kind of mentality that will carry you through the most challenging times when nothing else can help. Holding on to that mentality or continuing to reinforce that mentality will allow you to achieve personal discipline in its most efficient form. Now, we know that when you're strongly disciplined, you have the ability to achieve whatever you set your mind and time to. This also gives you the opportunity to get stuff done before your competition and makes use of the entire length of time that you truly have control over within each and every day. Time blocking is the fifth daily practice that will help you earn more money. Now, in my life, this has been quite difficult, at least in terms of holding myself accountable. I normally start time blocking my plan for the next day the night before, and basically what I'm doing is creating an hour-by-hour play of my day that I must adhere to. Of course, things come up from time to time, but this definitely helps me stick to a schedule. And if you do this correctly, it almost feels like you're always aware of the passage of time. You're looking at your calendar to see what you should be doing, and it makes you accountable for completing the tasks that you need to complete each day. My productivity skyrockets every time I do this, and I feel like I'm at least twice as productive as I typically am. The beautiful thing about time blocking is that it allows you to choose what you want to focus on rather than reacting to interruptions when you're trying to complete a lot of things at once. This ultimately disrupts your creative brain flow, which is why reacting to various situations can be so taxing. This is definitely one of my most important daily habits that I could recommend if you want to make more money in the future. And the last daily habit that I want to explore in this presentation is focusing on self-improvement. It's no secret that the wealthy devote hours each day to self-improvement, and it's easy to see why. Our brain's functional constraints that we create for ourselves are ultimately what sets a ceiling on many people's income. As a result, we must take steps to realize the full potential that each of us possess. If you want to make more money, dedicating a large chunk of your day to self-improvement will pay off handsomely. Reading, listening to podcasts, watching instructional YouTube videos, and exercising are just a few examples. When you inundate yourself with useful information, it has the capacity to rewire your brain. Everyone can improve themselves, and if you make a consistently conscious effort to do so, you will make a lot more money. It won't happen overnight, but substantial changes can happen in a couple of months. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and I hope to reach you in the next video.